welcome to my channel, and for this video I'm going to be doing like a color challenge which I first saw in Casey Golden's channel. So it's all the colors that are on your Instagram feed, and you go to Color Cooler, I'm assuming, and my Instagram feed is grey apparently, which makes sense because of all the etchings which are black and white, so hence they come out as being grey. So this is my limited color palette, and I thought, what could I do with these colors? I could draw a Kestrel. I like Kestrels. They're cute and fluffy little murder balls. They look very angry, but they're cute at the same time. It's very odd because when we went to the deer center, and they've got birds of prey and stuff there too. When we went to the bird center, they had a bunch of little Kestrels and stuff. They had a male or two different colors. Common color ones, because one was lighter, one was like a darker color. I'm not sure if they were two different species. The variable could have been, but so yeah, I sketched this out. Actually, this whole thing is done in Corel Painter. So I sketched this with, I think it was a charcoal pencil or something. I can't remember. I think it was a charcoal pencil I did this original sketch in. And then I kind of refined it a little bit. Not so much because I don't want the finished thing to be too detailed, partly because I guess that's just me being lazy, but just different style. And I thought, okay, he needs something to be sitting on, so we'll give him a branch, twig. It's a big branch, we'll say. And I'm just putting rough lines where I think things should go. And in the background, using the greenish color, and there's like a brown reddish color, which actually comes in handy later on. Same thing with the pinkish colors, because the bird has a lot of like reddish kind of colors to the top of his head, because he's gray, bluish, grayish, which I don't have here unfortunately, but I can only use these colors, so I used what I've got. And I'm like, wait, I can't see the bird, so eventually I put the bird in front of all this color mess that I'm making. Eventually I thought I'd have dark colors at the bottom, lighter colors at the top, which I thought would work, and kind of still works with what I've got so far, but I might end up turning it upside down because it might work out better when the final thing. But we'll wait and see until when I finish the whole thing, because it's taking a little longer than I thought it would do. Or I might just redo the whole background if it doesn't work in the end. I tend to do the backgrounds first when I'm working digitally, just because then I can use some of the colors from the background on the main subject, so it kind of ties them all together. But I'm saying a lot in this video. Thanks, because I don't know what to say. But yeah, this is all done with the oil paint brushes. Anything in color is the oil paint brushes. I like the oil paint brushes. I like oil painting, actually, in real life. Or, traditionally, we'll say. But the fumes give me a horrible freaking migraine, and it just makes me, it flares up. Like, I've got, allergy-induced asthma or whatever, because 30 plus years of using art supplies without a filter or mask, or sometimes even with the window open. So it's kind of, messed up my lungs. Well, not really, but it could have. So yeah, be safe when using toxic stuff, because, hey, I used oil paints with my fingers when I was growing up. Probably shouldn't have done that. But hey, live and learn. Yeah. So yeah, don't do that, people. Don't use oil paints with just your fingers. It's not a good idea. It really isn't. But yeah, because I had oil painting lessons when I was 12? Yeah, 12. And then, like I said, I like oil paints. It's just, they're kind of messy, and doing it digitally like this means less mess. It really does. And that's much easier for me, because the less mess I have to clean up, the better. See, this is the pink color, and which kind of goes away, but doesn't. And then I'm just using, I think it was a glazing brush I used ultimately. I was using a real pointy blender number 2, I think, but I didn't really like the way it looked. So, and then I messed up here. I was on the wrong layer, so I was like, oops, gotta fix that. So I think I ended up deleting all this. I'm like, ah, crap. So there's the background finished, and then I'm like, I need to color the twig before I start finishing the bird, because work back to front, however you want to say it. This twig will probably get blended again once everything's finished, but I'm just putting the basic colors and basic shading in at the moment. Kind of looks like he's standing on a snow-covered branch once I'm done with it, but I can always change that when I'm done the actual bird, if I don't like the way it looks, which I like, that's what I like really about digital stuff. You can change things so easily, as long as you put things on different layers. Gotta remember to do that, because it makes things so much easier. And then you can just combine them all in the end and blend things together so it looks like it's all one piece, which Painter doesn't have so much that problem, I find, as long as you don't have like really fine lines. But if you blend it all together as one, it does look more like a finished actual painting, unless you have a different style, and that's completely different. I mean, I have like a couple different digital styles. One that's me trying to like be like an actual painter, and the other one is more of a graphic, kind of very liney, graffiti kind of style, which I haven't done in a while actually, which I miss doing because I like doing that. But I only have so much time in the day for certain styles, which is a problem. Which is why art's like, what's your style? I have many, which is a problem. But you know, hey, you can have many styles, but that's alright. I mean, most people have one style or a couple, not like a dozen, or actually I don't think I have that many, but I have a few. But so yeah, like I said, it's just me using different blenders on the twig, it's a branch. And this is just a different oil brush. This has got more texture on it, so I thought I'd add more texture to the branch, which you don't end up seeing in the end. It gets deleted, well, not deleted, it gets blended out, but in the final thing I can add it back in if I really want to. Depends on how realistic I kind of want it to look. But yeah, I mean, this isn't supposed to look completely realistic, but if it looks closer, the better, we'll say. Because, like, I've just fleshed out, I did the bird's, like, beak, which really looks kind of more like a parrot beak, but it's a very tiny bird, so he has a very kind of tiny beak. And I was working on the face. It stumps around a bit, because if not, this would be a huge video. But me just adding different, so you can see the texture and the oil brushes on his face, just filling the areas in, so I have a better idea of what his head colors should be and where they should be. Again, but that's okay. And then just quickly blend that out. This is, I think that was the Blender 2, I think. Yeah, that's what that was. And I do eventually put the eyes, the beak, and the head all in one single layer, which in the future, like, when I'm can't talk today, when I do actually end up blending things together, you get a better idea what it looks like, which is, this is the stage it is at the moment. And you can kind of see I'm fleshing out the head, and you get a better look here with the close-up. It can look a very quick, brushy stroke look to it, but that's okay. So hopefully I get this finished in the next couple days, so that'll be the next video. So thank you for watching part 1 of my very tiny, angry looking burb. So yeah, hopefully on Wednesday I'll have part 2 for this video.